The Southwood County Rec Center is ready to rock playoff hockey here on Hockey TV and Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Let's introduce you to our starting goaltenders in this 4-5 matchup. First for the visitors, the Minnesota Blue Hawks, it will be number 30. They call him the Big Cheese, Eli Marchese, 5'10", 155 out of Waterloo, Ontario. Out of Waterloo, Iowa, rather. Marchese on the season, 9-10 and 1 overtime loss, 402 goals against average, 888 his save percentage. And on the other side of the Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings, number 1, Ian Tum gets the start, the 18-year-old out of Carmel, New York, 5'10", 159 on the season. Ian Tum's record is 8-3 and 1 overtime loss, a 2.90 goals against average, a 916 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. And I would say, Mark, maybe a little bit of a surprise. I thought we were going to see Yul Durham in net, but they go with Tum to start off for the River Kings. Yeah, I was surprised to see that also. Coach has got a good feel for his players, and he might have seen something, one way or another. Maybe take a little bit of pressure off of Yul Durham and let Tum get the start and get ready to roll here. Like I said, maybe Tum's got a little bit of a hot streak going, and we're off. River Kings going from left to right across your computer screen, mobile device, or television as we are underway here from Wisconsin Rapids. The Minnesota Blue Hawks going into the zone and taking a shot that was off the stick of number 71, Mike Abrego, going to be one of the players to watch. 3 goals, 3 assists, a total of 6 points against the River Kings in the 4 games this season. By the way, he didn't score in the first 2. That all came here at the Southwood County Rec Center a couple of weeks ago. Ethan Dominy trying to work his way in. He'll come across the line offside. And Riley Luber's same stat line. So those are the players to be watching up front for the Minnesota Blue Hawks, along with center Carl Grafelman. Yeah, the River Kings made a good defensive play there on a loose puck and had a chance for a 3-on-2, but were just a hair offside. A little bit of a different look up front as well, if you will, Mark. We talked about Sebastian Potter. He's been playing most of the season with Will Tricarico. Nico Peel had been playing up on that line, but now it's Ethan Dominy who gets the start up front. Yep, he changed things up just a little bit. Like I said, Coach does want to reward the players that want to play. Luber's dropping back. There's Dominy with a hit. And making his presence known right away as he spills Abrego across the line. And Lubers will put it back into River King territory. Tricarico winds, tries to put that one into the offensive zone. Took a deflection. Here comes Mike Abrego getting stopped up. One of 2 Abrego brothers on this squad, both from Anchorage, Alaska. Mark Abrego being the other. Chase Mann, number 92, trying to play the puck past Tobias Falkguide. Falkguide's into the line with Ewan Hill. Yeah, Hill held up at the blue line there a little bit and tried leading him with a pass, but just couldn't quite connect on it. Third on that line is number 18, Ian Bowman from Palm Desert, California. 20-year-old came over mid-season for the River Kings. Done very well up at forward, is now back in the fence. Lucas White had another later addition. Thought he had a pretty strong weekend last weekend against the Steele County Blades. Yes, he did. We said his name a lot. Hill with a shot. Stopped by Marchese. Shot from Capello through traffic, and Marchese will get the glove on it and hang on. Yeah, Marchese flashed leather there and thought there was maybe a little bit of a screen out in front from the shot from the blue line, but equal to the task. And we'll have the face-off here coming up to his glove side. Also a bit interesting on that one is Elias Johansson actually has the better numbers throughout the season for the Minnesota Blue Hawks, but against the River Kings, Marchese 2-0, stopping 88 of 95, and 926 save percentage. So his numbers a little bit better against the River Kings, probably why Jay Witta decided to go that route today. Go with the hot hand. Sometimes the goalie has the team's number. It might just be that way, or as Jay Witta was saying, his team really likes coming in here, loves the atmosphere in Wisconsin Rapids. Sometimes it's not so bad to be a bad guy. You like to come in and play spoiler, and boy, have the Minnesota Blue Hawks done that on occasion here in Wisconsin Rapids. Yes, they have. We do not want a repeat of a couple of weeks ago. We'll see how things materialize here, but well, even the last two playoff sessions that the Blue Hawks have come in here, they took all 4 games at the Southwood County Rec Center. So the River Kings really trying to exercise some demons here tonight. Yeah, that's one of those things, though. It's obviously not the same team.
Right, exactly. But certainly you got to believe that they're looking at that, they're thinking about that. You know, that is Jay Witta. That's still him as the head coach. So maybe they want to make it not so easy here for Jay Witta. This is Nate Cheney trying to walk in, look for the stuff at the side of the net, and that one is covered up by Ian Tom.
Yeah, the Blue Ox team is the same. You know, a lot of the same players coming back. So you know that could be in their head from a confidence and a mentality standpoint. If they think, hey, they aren't scared to come in here, they know that. So we'll see if Riverkings can stem that tide here and hopefully get off to an early lead. But spending a lot of time in their defensive zone right now.
Trying to get the puck free from number 22, that is Harrison Fossar. The Riverkings to play it back to the line. Riverkings wheeling it around, and now here's Preston Cloutier to the line for Barassa. Intercepted, Cloutier with another shot. That one didn't make it through. Riverkings still trying to get out of their own zone, and now Matisse Mayville on the take. Mayville up the wall. Riverkings able to play it back out to center. Riverkings really putting the pedal to the metal in the second half of the season, Mark, with those 12 straight home games. And this obviously not an easy place to play. And, you know, Steele County had everything to play for last week in that Saturday game. And they got run right out of the barn by a Riverkings team that didn't really have much to play for.
No, after giving up the late goal loss on Friday night, the Riverkings came out and made a statement.
Bryce Cooper trying to jump it off for Griffin Joy, who had that highlight reel goal here last Friday.
Michigan. You can find that one on YouTube, folks.
Yeah, that one was quite the goal by Griffin Joy, his fourth of the season. Like I said, it's one he'll never forget. As Joy tries to chip past the defender now while they take Bryce Cooper, couldn't settle the puck down. Abreu gets run into. And once again, it's Whitehead stepping up at the blue line. Just past 4 minutes gone, first period, no score. Game 1, best of 3 series. The divisional round of the USPHL Premier Playoffs. Now a chance for a 2-on-1 as Joy takes it across the line. Got one, breaking it. That mouth, he scores! Griffin Joy opens the scoring at 4:18, a 1-0 River King lead.
Yeah, had Bagnoli with him. Bagnoli went to the slot and was working his way across, and I think Marchese maybe thought that was going to be a pass, and Joy snuck it by him. Low glove side.
And once again, it's just hard work. I believe it was Lucas Whitehead who ended up kicking the puck free to Joy. No, actually it was Bagnoli. And then going right to the net mouth. I'll tell you what, for a guy that didn't play a ton this season, good heads-up veteran play by Bagnoli. Get that puck free and then go right to the net mouth. And like you said, even if he wasn't going to be the one who got the puck, he gave Marchese something to think about. 1-0 Riverkings. Riverkings going back on the attack. Leppert will fire it down. It's right onto the stick of number 3, Arseny Malyatin, the Russian international, 18-year-old back on the blue line. Riverkings going right to the net mouth. Tricarico turnaround shot. Marchese's there, and he'll hang on.
All of a sudden, the Riverkings kind of turned the dial here. They were playing the first few minutes down in their defensive end, and they get that goal. And since the center ice face-off, they've been in the offensive zone the whole time.
And you have to like that too, depth scoring for the Riverkings. And then right after you score the goal, you get to center that top line to look for some more. Leppert getting shoved off of the puck. It'll be Tricarico toting through center. Nice pass on for Sebastian Potter, who locates it, finds Tricarico again at the same made by Marchese.
Oh, rebound was out front, couldn't find it.
Little give and go work there. Now here is Dylan Smith across the line, number 70 with a shot. That'll be gloved down and held on to. The Dylan and Dylan connection, one to watch for the Blue Ox. Dylan Smith, number 70, Dylan Hender, number 76.
Yeah, a little bit of, hey, how you doing after the play, but I don't think anybody wants to get into that in the playoffs, like we've seen in a couple of the other home games here where teams came in here with the intent, seemed like to just try and rattle cages. So not what you want to do in the playoffs, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely not. You got to be very, very careful of that, because one bad penalty puts somebody on the power play, and that could be the difference. And when we start getting into the special teams battle, that is heavily in favor of the Riverkings coming into today's game. So the Minnesota Blue Ox would be very, very wise to stay out of that penalty box here in this contest. Riverkings have struck early and often on those power plays this season. Here's Fulkite. Spinning back. Attempted centering pass goes off of Barassa. Carried back ahead by the Blue Hawks. Now over to the far side. It'll be their leading scorer, Zach Lamont. Lamont chipping it down the wall. Riverkings giving chase. Kupalo able to take the puck away, rings it back ahead, takes a nice bounce right on the stick of Ethan Dominy, now across for Ian Bowman. Bowman one-on-one with a defender, takes a shot, Marchese there, and he'll hang on.
Yeah, he used the defender as a screen, but right in the logo of Marchese, and a relatively easy save there. Easy for me to say anyway.
Absolutely, it's all easy to go put the pads on, right? Marchese will step out, take a look over to his left-hand side as the face-off is won by the Blue Hawks. Myers unable to clear. Here is Bryceland. Mentioned him. He'll be wearing number 27 and covered up there by Ian Tom.
He tried getting that back to the defenseman and ended up going all the way in on Tom on goal, and Tom had to cover it up.
Face-off coming up over the left-hand side of Tom. We're just past 6 minutes gone here. The Riverkings with a 1-0 lead on the goal from Griffin Joy. Scoring 4 in the regular season. Gets the Riverkings on the board here first in the postseason. Here come the Riverkings again out at center. Puck turned right back, and then Mayville will flutter it back into the offensive zone. In a bit of danger, that's Mark Abrego trying to dish it off. Riverkings looking to rip the puck away. Eventually over to this side for Gabe Myers. He'll play it ahead. Harrison Foss got turned around. Bryceland looking to knock the puck down. Nifty move there. And Nate Cheney is back out to center.
Assistant captain there with a good heads-up play, but Riverkings defense was able to shut it down and clear the zone.
Wallace ahead for Lubers, right onto the stick of Kyle Kupalo, who got really hot in the second half of the season, putting up a ton of points, moved him all the way up into the top 5, and Riverkings scoring as that one will go the length of the ice and be an icing call.
Yeah, we just tried to elevate that one a little bit on in center ice and was hoping that we could get a touch, but nobody touched it, got a little too much of it, and brings a face-off all the way back into the glove side of Tom.
Off of the face-off, Riverkings get to it first. Now a chance for 2-on-1. Once again, it was Griffin Joy who started racing back the other way. In front now, tries to bank it in onto the backside of Marchese. Puck loose at the side of the net. Magnoli was there.
And Marchese didn't see it.
Here comes Mike Cabrega when he's got Lubers breaking to the net mouth. Across, and that one did not connect with Riley Lubers.
Not sure if that was Leopard or Capolo that got a piece of that one as it was coming through the slot.
Lubers was loose again down low as they try to hit him. It'll be picked back up by the Blue Hawks. Brennan Shaner crossed the line, knocked down away from Grafelman, and now look out because here comes Tricarico. He's around one, trying to skate in at his pocket, picked there by Jacob Olston at the last moment.
Yeah, good play by Olston. Otherwise, Tricarico had a breakaway.
We're wide open here. Come the Blue Hawks again. 2-on-1. Abrego. Backhander save made by Tom, and he'll cover up. Abrego kind of ran out of options there as the defenseman slid in, and Tom was ready.
Yeah, took away the options there and still got the shot on net, but Tom just put his pad against the post and said, not today.
Opened up there for a second, Mark.
Yeah, back and forth.
Might be going fourth again here as here comes Dominy across the line. Looking to chip past the defender. Shaner is able to play the puck back out to neutral. Riverkings have to tag up on the late offside. Barassa, outlet pass deflects, is going to go toward the net mouth. Leopard on it first. Leopard over 150 games as a junior player. Celebrated that marker a couple of weeks ago. And now Leopard will chase back down into the Riverkings zone. Got Hender in his back pocket. Dylan Smith there. Chase Man, the third on the line.
They waved off. They had their arm up for icing, but
a shot taken and a glove save made as Chase Man steps off the wall.
Yeah, puck came free from the corner and kind of slid right to Man, and he was in the face-off circle, almost point blank, and Tom was equal to the task there with the glove. Really good scoring opportunity for the Blue Hawks there.
Chase Mann with 5 goals on the season. Another save made there. And once again, it's Ian Tum. So, as we had said, Mark, maybe, Coach Beckman saw a little something there with Tum that he liked. And off to a solid start so far, stopping all 8.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brego trying to throw that one through traffic, and again, it's Bowman ahead. He's one-on-one with Gabe Myers, able to flip the puck around him, trying to get back to it. And Abrego comes to help out his defense partner. This one is sent all the way back down. It will be icing as James Dubel gets back across the line first with 10:34 left in the first period. 1-0 River Kings.
Yeah, with the icing here, we'll see what comes up. Face-off looks like it's going to be to the stick side of Marchese.
Of course, a busy night in the USPHL Premier. All other contests underway this evening.
Hudson was already up 1-0. The other game was scoreless. And then Steele County does not play until tomorrow night.
Yep, and last night it was the Minnesota Moose with the 3-2 overtime victory at home at Fogarty. Ryan Mulrennan in the second overtime as that one is sent wide by Hill. They play Thursday, Saturday, and Monday if necessary in that contest. That was a little odd, I thought.
I wonder if that's like a rink availability thing, or
most likely. Of course, the River Kings Friday, Saturday, and Sunday if necessary. 7 o'clock for all here at the Southwood County Rec Center. As that one deflects up and hits the glass on the near side. Out at center, chipped away from Zach Lamont. Falkide getting pressured by Cheney, able to skate away, and then ahead for Hill. He had him, but the pass was behind. Hill did get a deflection, so no icing. Here's Falkide, another shot. Comes right back to him. Falkide, backhander. That one just wide of Marchese. It was actually Hill on the opportunity. Now Brycelet is out, working on the forecheck. Puck is sent ahead for Cloutier. Long range shot, brushed aside easily by Ian Tull, but he'll send that one out of play.
Yeah, I was thinking it's the last couple of weekends we've been down here. It seems like, first period, teams were just kind of feeling each other out. But I think at this point in the season in the playoffs, there's no feeling each other out in this game. It's been end to end and a lot of good action.
Yeah, absolutely, especially in these 3-game series, because one bad game and then suddenly you're up against elimination.
Yeah, and that puts a lot of pressure on that team, So whoever wins this first game tonight, he takes a little bit of that, puts a little bit more of that pressure, pushes it onto the other team, because then it's a win or go home.
River Kings ended up controlling their own zone after the face-off as it is sent out of the stick of Malliot and then intercepted by Brycelet out at center. Spun back by Foss, intercepted by Mayville. Now Mayville ahead. Trying to get past Ulston. As we now bog down at center just a little bit. Sent ahead by Medved. Fired in by Peel. Brycelet been out there for a while. He'll give chase on the forecheck. Trying to pull the puck free. Matt LaJoy as well, number 16, giving chase now on Malliot with a pass ahead for Foss. Spun back by Medved onto the skate of Nico Peel. Bryceland's still on the ice. He was thinking about going off for a change, but decided to stay out. Looking to go into the rush now. Medved feeds ahead, just out of the reach of LaJoy. Back out at center. Here the Blue Hawks. Pass for Abrego was intercepted. Now Medved with a pass ahead for Bryceland. He'll go off as Magnoli gives chase.
Yeah, they got the full line change there.
Drop back, wrist shot, save made. Pretty routine for Ian Tum. Stop there with 3 left in the period, and boy, we thought we were off to the races here. How about this one? Not even 2 minutes into the first, the Squatch at 2-1 lead on the Outlaws.
Holy cow.
They are moving, and probably would have expected that out of those two teams. A lot of offense going to be happening. Might be the first 1 to 10 that wins that game.
Yeah, the way that looks, you're talking about having a hot goalie, and that would get into the head of a goalie. You would think that many goals that fast, that early.
Here's Grafelman down low, looking for Lubers. Joy, nice play. Stretched out, made sure that Lubers couldn't get the opportunity. So a goal and a very nice defensive play thus far from Griffin Joy.
Yeah, that had the opportunity to be a really good scoring chance, but good defensive play. And it doesn't even end up in a shot on goal.
Joy, the 19-year-old from Orangeville, Ontario, Canada, making his presence known. As mentioned, plenty of 20-year-old players on this River Kings squad, but there's a lot of 18 and 19-year-olds that have contributed all year long. Here's one of the 19-year-olds, Kyle Kupalo. Pass ahead for Tricarico, looking to go right through the teeth of the defense. Almost got back to the puck as he was taken down by Shaner. And I'll tell you what, if you're Shaner, that's the kind of play you better be ready to make all contest long, because Tricarico is not going to stop.
Nope, that was a really good defensive play. Ends up getting a shot on goal because it slid right to Marchese, but not a real threat. It was just sliding. He just kept the stick down and covered it up with the glove.
Shaner had to take that hit to make that play. Face-off is one back to Leopard, who will swing it. Ends up going through the skates of Dominy, ready to apply a hit. Forces the turnover. Now here's Tricarico. Sees Potter, but tries a shot. Dominy in front, just away from Potter. Kupalo will step into one, ends up firing it wide. I think he did that intentionally, hoping for the rebound. And then it's sent back to the line by Dominy. Leopard shot that one just off target. Mad scramble here. Marchese doesn't have his stick. Puck is lifted out. And the break that the Blue Ox needed right there.
Yeah, when Marchese's stick was laying on the ice and one of the River Kings broke a stick, there were sticks all over the place.
And that's exactly what you would like to see out of the River Kings, too. You get that puck to the net mouth, you cause the scrambles, chaos in front of that Blue Ox net. More times than not, that ends up in the back of the net.
Pretty good between the legs pass too, went through the slot, weren't able to capitalize on it. Falkite got a really good rip, but didn't materialize, not into a goal anyway.
Chase Mann centering pass did not connect, and now here comes Hill back out at center, a chance for a 3-on-3, when Hill will drop back for Falkite, who left it. Leopard attempted to throw that one through traffic, had a couple of bodies in front, couldn't get it there though, and now Myers will step out. Gabe Myers, the 18-year-old out of Des Moines, Iowa. A lot of Iowa flavor on this Blue Ox team. And here comes Kupalo. Couple of moves at center. Dashes over to his left-hand side. Took a long shot over the top of the net. Just missed the glove of Marchese, who took a wave at it as it went by. Now Falkite. He'll pump one on net, and the deflection goes just wide from Bowman in front.
Yeah, Bowman was in front all by himself. Couldn't quite get it on net.
Whitehead keeps the play alive, and now here's Falkite. Dishes one for Kupalo, and he's blocked on the way.
Good.
I think it was Tommy Babb.
Good defensive play.
Another shot right into the glove this time of Marchese. And once again, sticks and bodies flying.
That's the way hockey should be, right?
5:32 left here in the first period. Shots 9 aside. Only one has gotten past the goaltender. That was Griffin Joy's goal at 4:18. A 1-0 lead.
Ooh, good deflection.
And a big save made there by Marchese. And a high sticking call coming.
Is it played? The high stick played the puck, or?
That's what it looks like.
They're not bringing anybody to.
Yep, face-off's coming outside. Well, as I mentioned, the power play very heavily in favor of the River Kings in this season series. 26.7% for the River Kings against the Blue Ox this year. The Blue Ox on the other side, 6.3% against the River Kings. Ooh, that one is just deflected wide by Foss.
Yeah, Foss was all by himself out in, almost in the blue paint.
Tom had to fight that one off as Wallace shot one toward the top of the net. Here's Foss. So once again, a little bit of depth working out here for Jay Witt of the Blue Ox. Eventually broken by the River Kings down at center. Picked up by Malutin. He'll feed Wallace. Hurries one on out at center. Carried by Nate Cheney. Cheney across the line, dishes off. Klutschafer. Cheney didn't get a lot of that one. He was roughed up by Dubel. Now a centering pass out front for Foss, and it's blocked by Dubel. Selling out, putting his head right in front of that one. You gotta love it.
Yeah, Dubel earning his stripes there. He sold out completely and didn't even give him a chance for that one to get on net. So, because that was from about 10 feet.
We just got a penalty, our first of the contest. Harrison Foss is going off for a slash, which must have happened after the Dubel block. And the River Kings will get their first power play. And as I mentioned, Mark, it has been a dangerous power play. They went 4-15 in the season series against the Blue Ox, whose penalty kill a bit shaky, coming in at about 77%.
And that's a potentially huge penalty, too, because the Riverkings iced the puck. I think that faceoff was going to be coming back to the Riverkings defensive zone, and now we got the faceoff in the offensive zone.
I like this. Bryceland's going to get a little power play time as Jake Bryceland works down low. Big body, number 27 for the Riverkings, 6'2", 187. Now Bryceland passed back to the point area. Riverkings somehow able to hold that one onside as Leopard has to toss it back to the corner. Now Barassa going to get roughed up by Dominy, who comes up with the puck. Dominy for Bryceland. That pass misses. Falkine will step in and play the puck back toward the corner. Here's Bryceland, swings it across to the far side. Shot, that one deflected over the top of the net. Dominy goes down. Clear, does not have it in there. It's Bryceland in front. Leopard shot it just wide. Might have taken a deflection. Minute 19 left on the power play. Here are the Riverkings again setting up. So over to this side. One timer from Falkine, deflected up and out of play.
Abreu got a piece of that. Either that or it was on edge. When that came off the stick, that was headed for the seats.
And Mark Abreu from Anchorage, Alaska. Brother Mike, also from Anchorage, coming over from the Pueblo Bulls. And I don't remember which one, but one of them was on the Alaska team that won the USA Hockey National Championships in Green Bay 3 seasons ago. I'm guessing it may have been Mark. So a little success in Wisconsin before coming to the Blue Hawks.
You have all the neat little tidbits over there. That's pretty cool.
I got to announce that one, so that one was pretty fun.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I saw the Badgers play NCAA tournament game there against Colgate that went into double overtime a number of years back. The Badgers that year ended up winning the whole deal.
Our play still on as Falkine ends up shooting that one just wide. It's going to come back down to Ian Bowman. 26 seconds left of the power play. Riverkings still looking for their best chance here. Had a couple toward the net mouth and missed it, and Falkine scores! There it is, the one-timer from the top of the circle on the near side. A 2-0 River King lead.
Yeah, that one went 5-hole. You came across, the Riverkings worked hard, got it to the point, came across, one-timer, beat Marchese right between the pads.
Yeah, Falkine had that lined up a little earlier. It was blocked by Abreu this time. Nobody in front of it. Right through Marchese. And the Riverkings enjoying a 2-0 lead with 2:45 left in the first period.
Yeah, this is how the Riverkings definitely wanted to step up and start this game. But they're not done yet.
That one sent in, and Marchese had to play the puck as it was a bit of a bouncer, a tricky one coming into his blue paint. Falkine, by the way, had 2 goals and 3 assists against the Blue Hawks in the season series. So he had some successful contests against them.
Bryceland's back out on the ice. He's been out on the ice a lot.
He has. He's got some fresh legs, I would suppose. Here's Bryceland now. Will bank the pass ahead, and Nico Peel will try to chase it down. He's got a little help coming in. Leppert. Peel to it first, drops back. LaJoy in the slot, and that one is denied as Alston got a stick on the puck. Boy, I will say this much. Those loose pucks, it's white jerseys winning all the races right now.
Yeah, that extra hustle and everything, that's gonna serve well. It's created a lot of scoring opportunities. A lot of really good scoring opportunities. The shots are fairly even at 14-11, but
yeah, I would say high quality chances heavily in favor of the Riverkings right now. Can't think of too many that have been extremely threatening that have been sent Ian Tum's way. Now here's a turnover as Potter walks in, drops back. Dracarico shot it just wide. Rebound chance off of the side of the net. They'll hack away at it, and eventually it comes free. Blue Hawks have it again after dodging another bullet.
That just missed.
This is Gavin Gordon, number 24, across the line with Tommy Babb. Now drop back, Gordon in front, trying to settle it down. Backhander, going to feed it back to the line. Swung over to this side, Barassa. His shot through traffic, deflected just wide by Lamont. Now Lamont in front, Babb is denied. And there's the best save from Ian Tum with a goal line stand.
Absolutely. I'm trying to think, is that 24? 24 was camped out in front. I'm not sure if Gordon got a chip on that, but that puck came through and just, all of a sudden just popped up in the air. And from this angle, it looked like it was going over the top, and Tum got the glove on it.
Two of their top three scorers right there, Zach Lamont and Tommy Babb. Tom was ready, though. Boy, a goal there would have been big for the Blue Hawks after the Riverkings have really set the tone here in the first period. There's a shot from Volkide, and why not? As Marchese ends up making the stop.
Stop the clock. Clock ran off about 6 or 7 seconds after the stoppage.
It seems like they caught it. They'll go have a little word on that one. If you're the Blue Hawks, I don't know. Maybe you want those 6 seconds gone.
Well,
especially with a face-off in your own zone.
Well, you just had your best scoring opportunity down here, so it's but with the face-off coming up here, yeah, you definitely don't want to go down 3-0 here late in the period. But same thing for the Riverkings. You don't want to give up a goal late in the period either.
They reset the clock to 58 seconds as that one banks off of Gordon. Should still be an icing, and indeed is, as Mayville wins the race.
He wasn't even looking for that. I'm not sure. It almost looked like he was coming to the bench, but then when the puck hit him, he took off down ice.
So another face-off coming up in Blue Hawks territory. Riverkings will make a couple of swaps here as Kupalo is back out on the ice. Volkide to take the draw with Hill and Bowman. Left at the dot for a moment. Eventually, Shaner will play it down to Barassa and then get it right back. Banks the puck back out to center. Here's Zach Lamont. Chips on for Babb. One-on-one with Leppert. Spins him around. Now tries to turn the corner. Gets the shot. The save made. Rebound chance is loose, but then
Gordon missed in the slot by himself.
Eventually sent in by Ian Bowman, who was the one that pulled that one out of danger. Here's Babb again. So the Blue Hawks getting a bit threatening here in the final minute of this period. Here's Lamont over the line. Shot deflected. Up and out of play. Good stick by Kupalo in front.
Like I said, that makes you a little as a Riverkings fan, that makes you a little nervous having the puck sit out in front of Tom that close. Gordon was trying to get a backhand on it, but the Riverkings defense did a good job. Didn't even allow the shot on goal. Tied him up, did enough to tie him up to where he wasn't left free, and we're able to clear.
17.2 left in this period. Shot from Cloutier doesn't get through. Kupalo will swing it around over to the far side. Myers on the puck. Rings it back down low into the final 10 seconds now this first period. Cloutier trying to walk out front. Eventually has the puck ripped away. It's fluttered back to the line by the Riverkings, and that will do it as Bryceland sweeps through center. First 20 minutes into the books here from Wisconsin Rapids, and the Riverkings hold a 2-0 advantage after one. Welcome back, everyone. Second period just about set to get underway here from the Southwood County Rec Center. The Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings with a 2-0 lead over the Minnesota Blue Hawks in this 4-5 divisional matchup, the USPHL Premier Midwest West. My name is Matt Panier. His name is Mark Lochner. And Mark, fast start. We always talk about that with the Riverkings. They got one today. Griffin Joy again. 4:18 from Anthony Bagnoli. And after that, I really feel like that's when the Riverkings started to push the foot a little bit harder on the accelerator. Paid off with another goal from Volkide. Brings them to the 2-0 advantage.
Yeah, the second goal was a power play, which you talked about being kind of an Achilles heel for the Blue Hawks, but you really don't want to let the foot off the gas at all. A couple of scoring chances late in that period for the Blue Hawks didn't materialize, and hopefully the Riverkings do not remember what happened a couple of weeks ago here, because they had leads in that game on Friday night. So I can think about it. It makes me nervous. They can forget about it. They just come out and take care of business.
Absolutely. Completely new season here. When you start the playoffs, got to just put everything in the rear view mirror with a 2-0 lead here at the break. Shots on goal in-house, say 14 aside, 16-14 if you take a look at the USPHL website. Not sure. Sometimes when they're putting those score lines in, they get a little mixed up, but we'll keep an eye on that for you. Swap sides for the middle stanzas. The Riverkings will now be moving from right to left across your computer screen, mobile device, or on the Roku, or on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. The Blue Hawks set it down to our right-hand side here in the second frame as Ethan Domine emerges with the puck right up of the face-off. And it's that top line of Domine, Potter, and Will Tricarico. Fluttering the puck back out to center onto the stick of Shaner. No, Tricarico takes it away, trying to go to the backhand, got spilled, and a penalty coming up. And the River Kings still in business. Back to Kupalo, firing the shot. That one deflected just wide. Tricarico in front, and then Domine. Oh, is he going to take one too?
They're calling a hook on the initial penalty.
I thought I heard a second whistle as Domine put the hit in right after the touch. I believe the Blue Hawks would like a penalty. I don't know that they're going to get one, though.
I don't think so. I think he just blew it, because the play continued on after the initial penalty call, and the hit was there, and I think he just blew it. Hey, make sure they heard the whistle.
Right, it wasn't entirely too late either. And sometimes you'll see that called, but it can be argued either way. So here come the River Kings power play once again. 1-for-1 on the goal from Falkei in that first period. Here is Falkei stepping to the circle, spins back, surveys, gives back to Kupalo at the point. Kupalo thinks about it, gives off for Bowman, swings into the bumper hill, save made, rebound chopped over the top of the net as Potter knocked it out of midair. Here's Kupalo again. Manning the point, swings over to his left-hand side, drops it down low, save made by Marchese, and he'll end up covering as they try to slide it under him at the far side post.
Good job by Marchese staying with that one. That was the on-purpose shot wide, trying to chip it in. Potter was trying to chip it in from an odd angle, but Marchese was equal to the task.
Minute 34 left in the power play. Kupalo swinging it down low. Falkei shot, blocked down the way, and then cleared out of the slot area by the Blue Hawks.
I think that made Marchese nervous because he saw that puck coming, and all of a sudden it disappeared, but it never got through to him, and he didn't see it.
There was a ton of traffic in front. Here comes Falkei. Into the line again. He'll shoot and score! Tobias Falkei, 3-0.
Glove side again. Marchese kind of hung his head after that one. I think he thinks that's one you talked about wanting to have back. I think he wants that one back because that was Falkei clear. Had a good look at it, but Falkei's got a bit of a sniper shot.
Falkei with 19 on the season in the regular season. And he's got 2 here in this playoff contest. His team now leads by 3. Second power play goal for the Norwegian.
And that's what you mentioned earlier. The Blue Hawks do not need to stay out of the penalty box if they're going to want to get back in this one.
And that wasn't really even much of a power play setup either. That was just Falkei going down the near side saying, I've got an open lane. I'm going one-on-one with the goaltender, and I will beat him. Indeed, he did. Up the wall for Tricarico. Out at center, a chance for a 2-on-2. Making a 2-on-3 as Mann tracks back, forcing Domine to play the puck into the offensive zone. Mann dishes back, and the Blue Hawks now looking for something positive. Got to be careful on those long outlet passes. Mann dips out of the check of Tricarico. And now Potter comes back. Leppert swinging a miss. Out of the stick of Dylan Hender. He's got Dylan Smith ahead.
Oh, they couldn't. Blue Hawks had numbers there, but couldn't connect on a pass.
Kind of a long shift there. Now Alston trying to settle it down at 2-on-1. LaJoy with Tricarico, but they coming offside.
Who had the 2-on-1, caught the Blue Hawks in a little bit of a line change and had the odd man rush, but couldn't, but just one step ahead according to the guys in stripes, and that's the ones that matter.
Pretty critical juncture here for the Blue Hawks. Cannot afford to surrender another one. And needs something positive to build upon. It has been all River Kings to start this second period.
Well, there's Lamont. He's one of the guys on the Blue Hawks that will light the lamp. So
Shaner shot through traffic, knocked out a play by LaJoy.
Oh, that was eye-hand coordination. That was about shoulder high and hit the stick and went right out of play. That was not something I probably would do.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice little swing there with a bat. Might get you playing
baseball.
Shortstop.
Yeah. Ooh.
Lamont trying to chop it and it goes wide.
Yeah, he was out in the slot. Had a River King defender right on him, though.
I'd say this has been the best line so far for the Blue Hawks. Lamont, Gordon, and Babb. Here is Gordon stepping at the bottom of the circle. Save made by Tum.
Oh, good play by LaJoy.
Barassa steps up, centering pass got intercepted by Dubel. Played down low again for Lamont, who tries to dish it off. Puck will come all the way back to Shaner, fires a shot. Got blocked by LaJoy. Gordon trying to swing a shot. Only got a little bit of it, and it was knocked away.
Dumped right back in by the Blue Ox, though.
Doing a good job of clogging up the neutral zone and then turned over almost to Foss. He was right there, but the puck somehow got under his skate and goes all the way down.
Riverkings got a well-needed change there. Their defense was out for a long time.
Barassa hoping for something as he tosses that one up through neutral ice. Nobody home. And it will be an icing call charge to the Blue Ox with 16:22 left in the second.
He turned around. He kind of blind passed that one. He was trying to hit somebody, and whoever he thought was there was not there. And he stood there and just in disbelief that one went all the way down the ice.
Might have been hoping for Lamont, who is still out on the ice. He's the one Blue Ox player that didn't get the chance to change. And actually, pardon me, Barassa still stuck out there too. Here's Babb. We'll play it back for Barassa. Has Abrego. Lamont out at center. Waits the puck. Swings over to this side for Tommy Babb. Babb stops, shoots, save made. The big rebound is cleared off of the doorstep by the Riverkings. That was Sowell.
Lamont was over there, just missed him by about a foot.
Sowell takes the hit. This will go off of the skate of Myers in on Marchese. Had to make a play on the puck and then he'll cover. As you can see, the Riverkings not afraid. That was stretch passes through neutral. And it's something we saw against Steele County here as well in that final set last weekend. The Riverkings were hitting those left and right.
Very, very sharp passing last week. And you talked, this is that second period too. You talked about that long shift out there, and it's the wide, just missed.
Yeah, Leopard trying to go to the glove hand side there. May have been hoping for a deflection. Marchese didn't see it till it hit the backboards. And here are the Riverkings again, toting back out of center. It's Falcott. Already 2 goals in this contest. Deposits the puck into the offensive zone, and now Myers steps out, able to play the puck ahead. That's a chance for a 2-on-2 as Cheney comes across the line. Lost it a couple low, throws in front, saved made by Tum. That was a better save than it might have looked like, as he had Cloutier right there, and Tum somehow comes up with a stop.
Yeah, Cloutier was right on the doorstep, and that pass came from the sideboards, and he tried chipping it up over. He just couldn't elevate it up over the pad, and Tum's pad stonewalled it and was able to cover it up.
Yeah, nothing extremely flashy there, but to have the man right at the top of the blue paint and trying to poke that home. A nice stop by Tum. Here's Abrego off of the face-off. He got tied up, swung over to this side. Malleton shot through traffic, rebound over to the far side. Blue Ox have it again. Malleton calling for it at the point. He'll get the puck, shoots the puck, save made. Tum was going to his left, or to his right rather. The puck stayed to the left.
Yeah, he dragged his left leg and just hung on long enough to get it out.
Here's Abrego, gives off for Lubers, trying to go back to Abrego, but it's intercepted by Kupalo, and they'll send it back out to center.
Almost got a little too cute there. I was expecting a shot there.
Falkite across for Hill, stepping in, shot save made by Marchese, rebound back to the corner. Wallace takes a peek ahead. Wallace into the skates of Grafelman, and he got out just in time. Now here's Lubers, wanted to drop back for Grafelman. Leopard ahead, Hill out at center, touches out, and now it's Bowman, and a chance for a 2-on-1. Back for Hill, score!
Oh, good pass by Bowman, good give and go. Marchese never had a chance.
4-0 Riverkings with 14:11 left in the second.
Yeah, that was one where the Riverkings, again, they're working hard, dig the puck out at center ice. Good pass up ahead. They had the 2-on-1, and Bowman makes the good pass to Hill, and Hill didn't miss an essentially open net.
And we're going to see a goaltending change for the Blue Ox. Elias Johansson will come in. Johansson, number 33, 6'1", 195, a 20-year-old out of Gothenburg, Sweden. Trying to settle things down. His team trails now 4-0. He's going to get a shot right away into the glove as Potter tests him early on.
And I mean, I don't know the players at all like the coaching staff would, but I wonder if the coach saw, to me, the body language when that puck went in, Marchese just kind of hung his head and was like, I don't know what else I can do.
Penalty coming up here to be to the Riverkings as this one is chipped ahead for Dylan Smith. He's got Hender breaking to the net mouth, feeds it that way. Hender from his knees trying to get the shot off. A whistle, a penalty, and the first power play coming up here for the Blue Hawks.
High sticking. I didn't see it back on the back side of the play. I think Potter's going. Yep.
Yeah, so it'll be Sebastian Potter, the Blue Hawks, to the power play for the first time in this contest. Their power play on the season, 14.4%. As we said against the Riverkings, it was at 6.3% in the season set. Need one here pretty badly.
18 seconds into the second period, and Asante tied it up. They scored one late in the first period and one early in the second.
Something about I guess you only need to watch the first two and the last 2 minutes of every period in that game so far. It's kind of what it looks like. Here come the Blue Hawks setting up Hender. Fanned down it initially, gets away from Kupalo looking for Chase Mann. Abrego back to the line for Abrego. Mark Abrego's shot. Mike Abrego chases down the rebound. Mike with a cap on the move, stepping off the wall, takes a shot save made by Tum. It was a tricky one, and Tum saw it through traffic. Here's Mark Abrego, his shot off of a shin pad, bounced around to the slot area. Mike with a shot over the top of the net, and then Mark will chase it down. Cleared all the way. The Abrego brothers causing some issues on that power play.
Bagnoli hustling. He's got help coming.
Morris is a turnover with a shot. Headhunter goes over Elias Johansson. Now here's Bagnoli, was open in front, but they couldn't feed him.
Yeah, you don't want to get beat. Now he hustles back. I was going to say that putting that offensive pressure on, don't give up you're already down one. You don't want to give up an odd man rush.
Poked away from Babb. He'll try skating in. Dylan Smith is there. Riverkings able to force the issue back to the wall. 45 seconds left on the power play for the Blue Hawks. Trailing 4-0. They lead shots on goal, however, at 21-19.
There's a pile of people there, and Kupalo comes away with it.
And he will wisely clear that puck all the way down. 30 seconds left on the power play for the Blue Hawks.
Cooper's seeing, I think, possibly his first ice time.
Cooper going to set up Griffin Joy, who opened the scoring in the first period, trying to center. Knocked away. Eventually the Blue Hawks come up with it. Myers will set the table back behind. Had Barassa calling for the puck. And here's Gabe Myers skating out. Through center, pass across over to the far side. Zach Lamont into the offensive zone, dips behind the goal. Power play is over. Here's Lamont still in flight. Riverkings back to 5 out on the ice. Centering pass intercepted by Cooper. He'll backhand it out to center. Joy stepping into his man, and now Sewell carries ahead for the Riverkings. He was dispossessed of the puck. Lamont now with a pass ahead and a chance for a 3-on-2. Babb in possession. Surveys, finds Lamont. Shot, score!
Yeah, all by himself. Lamont found him from the top of the face-off circle, and he was in the top of the slot and rang it off the inside of the post and found the twine to breathe some life into the Blue Hawks.
It was a 3-on-2, and credit to the defenseman Gabe Myers. You'll see it on the replay. Jumped into the play, went to the net mouth. Whitehead had to cover him, which left Lamont open for the shot.
And not a power play had expired, but defense just wasn't quite back into that one yet.
Lamont had 17 on the season, the 19-year-old from Burnsville, Minnesota. Second-year Blue Hawks player under Jay Witta. And will this spur the Blue Hawks team?
Well, it has so far. So far since the goal, all the play has been in the Riverkings defensive zone.
Here's Cloutier looking to step free. Leppert. Puck is pulled free by the Blue Hawks. Eventually taken by Leppert. He'll flutter one back out of center. Knocked down by Wallace. He got run into by Peel. Leppert played ahead and just away from Bryceland. There's Wallace ahead for Harrison Foss. He'll take the hit from Bryceland. Then Bryceland will take a hit. Cheney with another hit, more hitting, and now a penalty coming up here. And I think it's going to be both.
Both of them, yeah.
So it'll be Foss and Bryceland both going into the penalty box.
Going 4-on-4.
Yep, give us a 4-on-4 here for the next 2 minutes. 10:35 left here. Not even to the halfway point of regulation. It's been a pretty interesting affair with the Riverkings up 4-1. The Blue Hawks trying to push back.
It's like cross-checking on both. They traded cross-checks, and ref said enough.
So to be a face-off just outside of the Blue Hawks zone. Bowman and Hill, who combined for that last Riverkings goal out on the ice. Pass ahead for Micah Brego. He's got Shaner with. Micah Brego across the line. Tangled skates. No penalty call there, although the Blue Hawks bench would have liked one.
Blue Hawks was looking for a tripping call and didn't. Nothing there. Oh,
look out. Chance for a 2-on-1 as Barassa comes across looking for help. Nobody home, though.
Ooh, somebody snuck into the slot all alone, but he didn't see him.
Here's Grafelman looking for some options, trying to skate away from Falk. Guy does. Looking for a pass. Nobody home, though. And he'll just have to eat it in the corner and wait for a little puck support. Puck support not there on this particular rush for the Blue Hawks. Now Abrego has it. Had Barassa setting up. Gives off for Shaner with a shot, and it's blockered aside. And then a hit by Hill on Shaner. Swung over to this side for Barassa. Barassa trying to wrestle it away from Bowman. Plays it down, and now Fulkai. He's got Bowman
behind the defense.
He's wide open over the far side. Ian Bowman in with a shot. Save made off of the glove. Johansson got just enough of it. Now here's Fulkai. 4-on-4 for 48 seconds. Kablo fires, and that one is blocked up into the netting.
Yeah, the Blue Hawks defense did a good job to get back and at least get pretty much set. Bowman went in by himself, and Johansson made the good save. Almost slipped up there, but Johansson made the good save on the initial rush, and the defense was able to get back and get set and not give the Riverkings any more chances.
Yeah, it was a big one there. Obviously, Johansson is probably going to have to be perfect from here on out if his team is going to get a chance to come back in this one.
Oh, good work by Potter in the corner there.
Whitehead over for Leppert, kicks it free. Look out, Dylan Smith is behind the D, but they can't connect with him.
Waved off the icing.
Tum lets it go. Whitehead comes back.
Good play by Whitehead to avoid the check and keep the puck.
Came back to clean things up. Lucas Whitehead out at neutral will try to slip the check of Dylan Smith. He does. Gives off for Leppert. Pass through for Tricarico. Lost the handle. And Dylan Smith will just spin back in his own zone for Mark Abrego. Now Myers winding up. Here is Myers at a chance as he comes across the line with Chase Mann. Mann shot blocked.
Blocked by Whitehead.
Myers still has it though. Swings it into the slot area. Eventually the Riverkings come up with it. Skied ahead by Leppert. Here's Bryceland. Carrying on over the line. He'll go one-on-one with Myers. Spins back in the corner. Surveys. Has Leppert at the point. Hangs out of the puck, though. And eventually ran out of real estate. Fed back for Kupalo, but out at neutral. Mark Abrego up the wall. Lamont trying to chip past LaJoy.
LaJoy just came off the bench, and the play was kind of right there in front of him.
Good heads-up play there as he's right into the mix. And now Leppert swings over to this side. Kupalo plays it down low, banked out front. Boy, you couldn't have drawn that one up better as Kupalo used those backboards to pass it right out in front.
That was a pull shot that banked off the backboards and came right out in the middle.
Here's Babb one-on-one with Kupalo. Will pass off for Lamont. Threw it right back out in front. Babb had a stick lifted.
Good job by Leppert.
Gavin Gordon down low, intercepted by Leppert. He'll hurry it on for Kupalo. Down to 7.5 left here in the second period. Still a 4-1 Riverking lead.
Penalty coming up on the Blue Hawks.
LaJoy skating in. Backhander save made by Johansson. And he will cover.
Not sure if it's going to be a slash. Elbow.
So elbowing will be the call. And now the Riverkings 2 for 2 on the power play. Go for their third.
Yeah, that's not what the Blue Hawks wanted to do with, they get the goal. They're trying to get back into this. This is going to be a huge penalty kill for them. See if they can keep this a 3-goal game.
Tobias Fulkite is out on the ice. He has both Riverkings power play goals. And he'll step in to take the face-off, which is won by the Blue Hawks and then covered up by Johansson.
And Hill was right on the doorstep if he didn't cover that up. Just kind of slid in on him.
Riverkings looking to take possession of the face-off. They will. It's one back to Bowman as Fulkide took the draw away. Here the Riverkings again. Bowman setting up at the top of the circle. Has Kupalo swung and all the way across. Here is Kupalo with it now. Falkite one-timer, and the save made by Johansson. Cleared out by Gordon.
Good job by Gordon. A lot of times you'll see guys try and go right down the glass with that, and he turns it out to center ice because Falkite was going to try and seal the board off.
Cleared back out once again by the Blue Hawks. Kupalo will try to sit up at center. Now racing it over the line. Kupalo shot, save made, rebound cleared off of the doorstep. Johansson well out at the top of his crease.
Good job by Mel Luton.
Potter back to Falkite. Here is Potter with it once again. Look at his setup. 1:10 left on the power play. Kupalo walks the line, gives off. Leppert stepping in. Pardon me, that's Bowman. Hill, the bumper, wide open shot at the line.
Not sure if one of the defensemen got his stick on that.
Nifty move by Bowman, but Johansson is there, flashes the glove, and hangs on. And now into the second minute of the power play.
That's a good stoppage for the Blue Hawks defense. They were out there for a full minute and get that change up.
And that gets Falkite off of the ice, too. The power play weapon for the Riverkings. But Tricarico comes on now. Here's Leppert with a shot, save made. Johansson ends up coming up with a step, and now Grafelman will send the puck ahead. Brego was trying to get past Leppert, but a good job on the wall there by Leppert to hold on. Leppert swung at by Grafelman, lost his stick, will pick it back up, and here's Peel through center. Over the line, Riverkings in possession. This is Bryson with a shot just away from Peel on the rebound.
Peel was all by himself on the back door, but couldn't.
Leppert's pass intercepted by Mike Cabrego. Here he comes, shorthanded. Mike Cabrego with a shot save made by Tum. And then it rolls just wide. Cabrego's stick shatters. He'll have to go off. Lifted back out to center. 12 seconds left on the power play. Dominique trying to come across the line and will be offside. But
he touched back up.
Yeah, he did touch back up as it is sent all the way back down into Riverkings territory. That'll do it. So a big kill for the Blue Hawks with 5:20 left here in the second period. This one will go all the way in on Johansson, who just decides to cover. So you get the penalty kill, and now Blue Hawks need to find that offense again, trailing by 3.
Yeah, the Riverkings, probably their best scoring chance there was that rebound that came out towards Peel, but the puck was about waist high, and that would have taken a heck of an effort to pick that one out of the air, put it in what would have been an open net.
Off of the draw, here come the Blue Hawks. Dylan Hender spins back, rung around Hill. Just keeping it in the offensive zone. Bowman catches up to the puck first, centering pass through everyone back over to the near side. Hill chips into the corner. Another penalty coming up, and it's going to be the Riverkings.
Roughing.
One of the Blue Hawks players down toward the corner. Not sure who that is. I think it's Dylan Smith. So this is another pretty critical opportunity for the Blue Hawks. Going on their second power play.
They did step one. They killed off the penalty kill that they needed to, and not keep it a 3-goal game. And now they've got the opportunity with the play. Most of the play has been in the Riverkings offensive zone. Now with the penalty, it brings the faceoff back to the Riverkings defensive zone. And we'll see what the Blue Hawks can draw up and see if the Riverkings can fight this off and keep this a 3-goal game.
Faceoff will come over the right-hand side of Tom. Remember, the Blue Hawks did not score in their last power play, scored just moments afterward, though. And here's Myers on the hold. He'll skate all the way down to the corner, feeds over to the far side for Lamont. Now Barassa gives for Myers. Ran out of room. Myers has to work back toward the corner. Has Lamont in the point area. Couldn't feed him, though. And Lamont will chase back out to center. Pressured well by Magnoli out at center. Myers will get hauled down, and another penalty coming up to the Riverkings. Magnoli got a little too aggressive on that. Ended up grabbing onto Myers, spun him down. And now it's 5-on-3, 4:27 left in the second. It'll be a minute 34 with a 2-man advantage.
That is a killer penalty. Now the Riverkings' job just got even tougher. At this stage in the game, you've got the 3-goal lead, but you can't take that penalty.
Huge juncture here. We'll see if the Blue Hawks can capitalize. Myers gives back Barassa. Over to the far side for Lamont. He'll hurry it right on. There's a shot that ends up sailing wide. Now Babb picks up the rebound. Babb back to the line. Barassa gives over for Myers. Back to Barassa. Thinks about it. Shoots, save made by Ian Tom.
Good save by Tom. He had a screen out front. He was trying to dink around it and duck around it. Excuse me.
Yeah, he did not see that. Don't worry. We all slipped a little bit there. FCC? No, just kidding. You're fine. But a big save made by Ian Tom. And they always say, your best penalty killer's got to be your goaltender.
Oh, absolutely. You know they're going to get their scoring chances, especially when they got a two-man advantage. So,
still on the 5-on-3 for 65 seconds. Mike Abrego with a pass across. Does not connect. Hender gives down for Lubers. Here's Hender again. Gives back for Lubers. Try to hurry that one on. It ends up going behind the net. Mike Abrego tied up. Has Mark with him, and Joy, forcing the issue, and a clear by the Riverkings.
We'll see if they get enough to get a change. You can get one fresh legs out there. That's about it. Cooper comes out for Joy.
A combination of Joy as the forward and Whitehead as the defenseman, sending it to length. 34 seconds left of the 5-on-3. Here's Hender carrying it over the line. Oh, that one was close as man jumped in. Here is Mike Abrego. Mike, shot from
Good
Lubers.
block, and Cooper.
Cleared by Kupalo.
Gets the block, goes down, and swipes it out from his laying on his stomach.
That one stung a bit, but Kupalo makes a big play. 8 seconds left of the 5-on-3. Here's Mark Abrego across the line. Dishes back for Dylan Smith, trying to settle it down. Lamont gives over to the far side. Mike Abrego. Run at a time by Whitehead. Riverkings have one man back. Mike Abrego still with the puck. Gives across over to the far side for his brother Mark. Mark back to Mike. Mike returns to Mark. Stepping in. Shot blocked once again. Rebound cleared up by the Riverkings.
Now they're going to get Whitehead gets a break. Leopard comes out for him.
And the man is out of the box. We're back to full strength.
That was huge for the Riverkings. Oops.
Now a chance for a 2-on-1. It's Babb with Smith trying to feed it that way just out of the reach of Smith. Fed right back down low. Here's Tommy Babb with a shot save made by Tom. Babb trying to get back to the rebound. He's going to be spilled by Fulkide. Barassa back to Lamont. His shot deflected up and out of play. You know, they always say, Mark, that your penalty kill, your power play still has to outwork the penalty kill. And the penalty kill, absolutely 5-on-3, 5-on-4. Outworking the Blue Hawks there. The Blue Hawks were setting up, passing the puck around, maybe a little too much, and the Riverkings did not allow any opportunities because of that.
Another block out front, Dubel this time. Keep an eye, Kupalo still feeling that shot when he came off the ice. He was kind of ginger going to the bench, but I'm sure he'll be fine. He's just... It's something about that frozen hard puck. That probably does hurt, even with pads on.
Can't feel good, that's for sure, as that was deflected up and out of play. But I'll tell you what does feel good is a big block and a clear on a 5-on-3. So once that bruise heals up or whatever is going on, he's going to go back and watch that one on tape and feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, that was huge. To keep this a 3-goal game right now after killing off that 5-on-3, that's pretty big.
Under 2 minutes remaining here in the second period. Sorry, Mark.
Nope, now you got to finish the period.
Shot from Lamont. That one sails just wide.
Tom never saw that.
Yeah, he did not get a good look as there was a lot of traffic in front. Lamont looking for his second of the period. Would be a big goal for the Blue Hawks if they could cut it back to 2, but the Riverkings looking for more as that one goes through and past Bowman. Now will try to bank one in off of Johansson. Is it in? Bowman puts his arm up. There is no signal. The goal light did not go on. There is a goal judge, and it looks like Johansson was able to keep it out.
He's going to get away with it. The officials weren't in play. Weren't in position to see it. He had reached around behind him and pulled it back out. Well, Art's got the camera on it. He'll have to take a peek on it, and we'll see it. No goal here, so that's all that matters.
Johansson doing his part since he came in relief of Eli Marchese. Needs a little bit of run support to help him out, though, as this one's going to go all the way down.
Waved it off because Blue Ox hustled down.
Gordon, and there's a shot, score!
Oh.
And that's what happens when you win the race to a loose puck. It's Lamont again. 4-2 with a minute 22 left in the second period. I don't think Kupalo knew that Gavin Gordon was right behind him racing for that loose puck.
No, he didn't. And Lamont and Tom never had a chance. That was an open net goal. He was sealed on the left side of the pipe, and the pass went across to Lamont and buried it.
Second of the contest for Lamont. 4 stars for Gavin Gordon on the chase. And now the River Kings have surrendered 2, but it's Tricarico looking to get him back up by 3 with a shot and another save made by Johansson.
Yeah, Tricarico just went all the way in off the opening faceoff and got a shot on goal.
1 minute now remaining here in this period. Just out of the reach of Cloutier. We'll try to chase it in the offensive zone. It's been taking a funny hop off of about that 5th piece of glass. I noticed that earlier in the zone on that far side, but here comes a chance for a 2-on-1. It's Potter with Tricarico going to the net now. The big save made, and now a chance for the Blue Hawks to go back the other way. It's Cloutier leading the charge. You'll just have to chip around Leopard as Leopard and Whitehead both came back. Cloutier looking for Foss back toward the point area. Foss unable to settle it down, and now here comes Tricarico back out at center. Has Dominic with Tricarico with a shot to save made, and held out by Johansson.
Yeah, and Domini was coming down in looking for a rebound. The puck was loose for a second, but he couldn't get there in time, and Johansson covers up.
26.1 left here in the second period. Both teams looking for one more in the dying moments. Have had their chances.
Yeah, the River Kings would really like to answer and get that 3-goal lead back. But
have some of that momentum, absolutely. There's a shot off of the glove, and once again wide. Second time we've seen Johansson get the glove on it, and then it just pops free. Shot back toward the line. Nice play by Bowman to hold, but then he'll be dispossessed. And now here comes Hender and Smith, the Dillons, coming across the line. Rejected just across the line. Puck does come free. Here's Dylan Smith. Had his back turned to the net. Couldn't get a shot off. Now Chase Mann pokes the puck free, but the buzzer sounds. And the second period comes to an end here in Wisconsin Rapids. River Kings leading, just like they were at the end of 1 by 2. Welcome back, everyone. Third period just about set to begin here from the Southwood County Rec Center. USPHL Premier Midwest West Divisional Round Playoffs, the 4-5 matchup. The 4th-seeded Wisconsin Rapids River Kings with a 4-2 lead entering the third period over the Minnesota Blue Hawks. Matt Panier, Mark Lochner joining you here on Hockey TV and Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. And Mark, it felt like smooth sailing for the River Kings up until the doubt was installed by the Blue Hawks. We sit here at 4-2. Do the Blue Hawks have the momentum?
It feels like it in my chest. I'll be flat out honest with you. That's where my brain goes. I feel a little bit of tension. We'll see how the River Kings come out and start off this third period and stuff. Kind of feels like next goal really is gonna sway which direction this game ends up going.
So let's not forget, a couple of weeks ago here, or actually last Friday in fact, Steele County came in and won 4-3 after trailing 3-0. And we had said in that game, here's an opportunity. Take a lesson, learn a lesson, clamping down, getting that 4th goal, which the River Kings did. Remember, they had the chance at the 4th goal, didn't get it. So let's see. Maybe we were being prophetic last Friday.
I'm really hoping that one that the River Kings thought was in back, when the officials weren't down to see that it was in the back of the net. I hope that does not come to play a factor in this game.
The Blue Hawks can go right on the attack as the puck is blocked on the way through by Kupalo, and he'll play it off of the wall. So the Blue Hawks going right to work to start off this third period as they go from right to left across their computer screen, mobile device, or here on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Director Art Napgezek, manning the camera and doing all the editing work as well. Matt Fillmore helping us out in-house here for the Hockey TV broadcast. Out in center, here comes Riley Lubers, and he'll send it past Leppert into the offensive zone. Shots on goal, by the way, 32-27 in favor of the Riverkings after the first 2 periods. Yeah, bouncer in on Tom. You all right over there?
I'm all right. This angle, I saw that puck bounce and open net behind him, but it wasn't on net.
I think you spoke for every River King fan right there, as that was a bit of a tricky one that almost handcuffed Tom. And it is iced by the River Kings. Be a face-off coming up down in their zone. As the Blue Hawks trying to get something going here. Just a minute 7 into this third period. Man in the Dillons.
Blue Hawks seem to have a little bit of a better step so far.
Speaking of the step, here's a good one from Tricarico as he steps out of the pile and he gets taken down by Mark Abrego. Puck spins Dylan Smith around. He'll chase along with Dylan Hender. Falkine steps in over the red line as Bowman breaking into the net mouth. Shoots, and that one skipped just wide. That was a bit of a tricky wrister.
That puck was deflected by a defenseman on the way to the net.
Pucks are taking some funny bounces early on here. Probably should mention it was a bit warmer here today. You got to wonder sometimes about the ice condition when it gets a bit warmer outside as well. It gets a bit soft and can do some funny things. Of course, excellent ice is always here at the Southwood County Rec Center, but sometimes you can't do much about temperature. It's a shot taken to that one, ends up sailing wide.
A couple of years ago, they put in a new system here, and it's much, much better than a few years back. They had the system had gotten kind of old, and they've done a much better job on it recently.
Yeah, the ice is always very good here at the Southwood County Rec Center, so hats off to the team here for taking care of business again today as that one is deflected in, and a bouncing puck will go past Myers.
Quick changes by the Riverkings here, keeping fresh legs out there.
Yeah, we'll see how deep they go into that bench as well, trying to hold on to the 2-goal lead, and it looks like the Blue Hawks have not been shy about rolling all 4, all contests long, and some depth in scoring certainly helps Jay Wooden continuing that process. As Tum covers up with 17:22 now left in the third.
Yeah, he covered that one up. It just kind of bounced in. Just Blue Hawks were kind of coming in. And
out of the face-off, the deflected shot will sail up on the top of the net, and that's Zach Lamont once again.
He's got the 2 goals for the Blue Hawks, so obviously he's the leading scorer also. So he's on the ice a lot, and we're going to see him a lot in the third period, I'm going to suspect.
This puck is just away from Alston. He'll get run into by Bryson, and the puck is up and into the bench. I'll say this much. I don't think the River Kings much mind this disjointed play right now. Kind of grinding things down a bit here.
Yeah, chews up time. Lots of stoppages. It can keep as long as it's not icing, you can keep fresh legs out on the ice, not deflected off of defensive players, so no icing.
And also really avoids any prolonged attack time or momentum builders as well. There's Bryceland looking to spin back.
Working hard, loses his stick. He can swing back and pick that up.
Blue Hawks back out of center. A fluttering puck will escape Kupalo. Babb will try to chase it down with Gordon. Nice play by Kupalo, able to recover. Swings that one out. It'll go past Wallace. Will they blow it for icing? Yes.
Yes, they will.
Ooh, the River Kings bench doesn't like that one. Wallace took a reach for it and just missed. Maybe a lucky break for him as the faceoff comes back in River Kings territory now.
Yeah, he was trying to stop that puck if he saw something, but brings that face off. But another minute of the game ticks off. So control the face off here if you can.
Comes back to Barassa. He'll try to shoot through traffic, and now Lamont with a shot save made by Tum as he was ready. There's Barassa. Puck deflects. Barassa trying to keep it play alive.
I was going to say that did come out of the zone, but
now Babb on the turn in his own zone, trying to race away from Griffin Joy. It's Babb one-on-one with a defender, Leppert. Spins back, gave off for Gavin Gordon. He'll work his way over to the near side, has Shaner at the point. Shaner fakes, gets around Joy, still has it. Shot, missed that one wide.
Babb was looking for a tip, but couldn't get his stick on it.
This one is deflected out to center. Here comes Bagnoli. One-on-one with Shaner with a shot, and the save is made by Elias Johansson.
Burst of speed by Bagnoli. He started off even with the defense, and he created some separation there, was able to get a shot off.
He's got some good wheels, and remember, he was the one that forced that turnover that Griffin Joy eventually put home for the first goal of the game. Backhanded pass. Good job by Shaner there. Otherwise, Bagnoli might have forced a turnover and had a nice lane to step in as the Blue Hawks trying to settle things down, still trailing by 2. Ross's outlet pass deflects. Here's Strakarico winding up in a save made by Johansson. Well, that's one guy you don't want to turn the puck over to. Now back to the line. Medved fires a shot, save made by Johansson as Strakarico gets into a little wrestling match.
I don't know if they're stuck, if they're hung.
Lamont and Potter come over as well.
At first, it almost looked like the guy was hanging on to Strakarico's leg, but I think their skates or something was tied up.
Yeah, very possible that they were tied up. It was Strakarico and Tommy Babb.
And then when Strakarico was trying to get up, somebody, I didn't catch the number, somebody from the Blue Hawks came over and kind of gave him a little, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, that was Zach Lamont. 2 goals and a little bit of the rough stuff.
Leading scorer and leader on the team. Ooh.
That pass will deflect, so it will not be icing as Matisse Mayville with Cloutier in his back pocket comes to rip the puck away. It got cut off in the corner. Dominique trying to help the puck back out to neutral. Eventually into the equipment of Cloutier, lost the handle.
Work by Dominique.
Turned over a couple of times, and now Dominique's out. Dominique one-on-one with a defender, and it's swiped away by Mark Abrego. Cheney on the turn. Dominique racing back. It's away from Strakarico and into the zone for Leppert. Up and into the bench. And again, some disjointed play here. We've gone past 5 minutes. In fact, down to 14:38. And neither team able to gain much momentum here in this third period, and that's got to be advantage Riverkings.
Sure is, and the only problem with this last stoppage is it brings the faceoff back to the Riverkings defensive zone. They're able to win the faceoff.
Frost tried to push it ahead on the faceoff. Tum knocked it aside, played back toward the net mouth, intercepted by Kupalo. And now Kupalo's off to the races out at center. Pulled back, passed off for Hill, intercepted. Now Cheney on the turn. Ahead for Preston Cloutier. He's got Foss breaking into the net mouth. Cloutier going to weave all the way through. Backhands one and hit the side of the post. And now Mike Abrego. There's a deflection, and that one didn't make it on net. Away from Foss. It was actually Mark Abrego, pardon me. Pass across, Leppert trying to get around Cheney, couldn't do that. Now here comes Cheney in. Long shot, the save made by Tum. The Blue Hawks were making some changes, so Cheney didn't have a lot of help in front. Leppert swung around, Bowman got tied up, able to come up with the puck there, and a nice pass out and a chance for a 2-on-1. Hill with Falkide, back for Falkide, couldn't settle it down. Falkide centering pass, intercepted by the Blue Hawks, touched ahead, and here comes Mike Abrego. One-on-one with Leppert, looking to turn the corner. Backhander save made by Tum as he gets the right pad on the puck.
Well, that was sneaky. They kind of missed the first and then was able to get the backhand down, and sneaky little good shot there.
And remember, Abrego had 3 goals and 3 assists in a weekend set here a couple of weeks ago. And I'm going to say this, I think the Riverkings know it because you haven't heard much out of them in this contest. Seems like all eyes are on 71 as this one goes down, and ooh boy, I don't know. Peel was on the other side of Alston.
Peel was behind the defense.
And it's going to be icing those with 13:03 left in the third.
He's laughing at it with Ulster out there. Ulster's like, oh, thank you very much. We'll take that.
By the way, a couple of updates. Hudson on their way to a Game 1 win, 2:53 in the third. They have a 9-0 advantage over the Dells Ducks. Minnesota Squatch 4-3 over Isanti, getting ready to head to the third period there. There's Alston. Shot, save made by Tum. Getting a little more work as this third period rolls on. Shots on goal now 36-32 in favor of the Riverkings. And up and out of the zone will force another face-off down to the Riverkings end.
I would think, you chip that one up into the netting. It'd be nice to keep that one down, bounce it off the glass, and get it out of the zone so you could get a change, but ifs and buts.
Yeah, Riverkings will have to try that again. Off of the face-off, comes back to the line. Maljutin is allowed to hold on to the puck, steps in and took a deflection, ends up going just wide. That went off the knee of the Blue Hawks forward in front. Eventually kicked out to center. Here's Nico Peel across the line. Dylan Henner, shot, save made, rebound chance from LaJoy. And he just couldn't pull the trigger on the second opportunity. Johansson with a big stop.
That was great eye-hand coordination. That was a really awkward-looking shot, but he put it all on net.
Johansson's been good since he came in relief after that fourth goal on Marchese. He's giving his team a chance.
You said he's got to be perfect. Riverkings would like to get one in to kind of take the edge off of this game.
Well, here they come down with Leppert. Wide open down the left side. Will send in and knocked down and into the glove for Elias Johansson.
Feels like the first offensive zone face-off for the Riverkings in a while. A lot of action has been kind of down in the Blue Ox offensive zone, so we'll see if the Riverkings can draw something up here and maybe spend some time down here and play an offense.
Here are the Blue Ox, top of the face-off and back out of neutral. Maybe another thing to think about here as well in this third period as we near the midway point of it is that you might start seeing the Blue Ox gamble a little bit, start to throw those defensemen up into the play looking for a little bit of offense, which could open some things up out at neutral for the Riverkings. And with how good their passing has been the past couple of weeks, could be the opportunities that they'll need to put some insurance up on the board. See how it plays out. Lamont was on the wrong side of the blue line, then carried in offside. And eventually the whistle blows with 11:21. You had your arm up there.
Took a little while.
Were you reaching for the ceiling?
I see it, but I don't have the right kind of stripes on to...
Or a whistle.
Or a whistle.
Yeah.
I thought about bringing my whistle, and I'm like, no, that'd be a bad idea.
We'll have to warn the headphone users on Hockey TV.
Oh, yeah, that would not be good.
There's Cloutier coming in.
Although Matt did tell me one time there was a goal in a particularly heated contest that I spiked the meter. So
it's a good way of putting it. There's a shot taken at the same made. Once again, Johansson leaves a rebound, but the Blue Ox are on it first.
Potter was holding his mouth like he might have got something up high, but...
Dominic trying to get around Shaner. Cloutier up the wall. Goes right into that pile that has Shaner and Dominic in it. Eventually over to this side. Here's Barassa. Barassa carries across the line. Surveys his options. Tried the tough angle shot. It goes off of Medved up and out of play.
Yeah, Medved did a good job. Cut off the angle, pushed him wide, and he tried putting it on net and got the deflection. So another stop.
You see the Riverkings continuing to roll out Leppert and Kupalo back on defense. But there was Medved out on the ice making a big play defensively. Mike Abrego trying to center right off of the face-off. Grafelman.
Bouncing puck.
Grafelman is able to hold, and here comes Mike Abrego. Steps free, gets the shot, save made by Tum. The Riverkings are right there to clear the rebound back to the line. Couldn't get it out though. Now Trick Carrico, pardon me, that's Fulkai. Intercepted at center. Myers over the far side. Steps around Fulkai, and a penalty going to come up here. And maybe another, as a big hit was applied there.
Only calling a trip so far.
Yeah, the Blue Ox bench asking for 2 penalties, and they're not going to get it. So they trip initially, and Myers took a big hit after he deposited the puck. And here comes the power play for the Blue Ox. Another big opportunity here for them as we hit the halfway point of the third period.
And it's Falkite in there, and he's been a part of their penalty kill. So, but everybody step up. Well, we got Bagnoli, Kupalo, LaJoy, and Leppert out there on the penalty kill for the Riverkings. So
yeah, Bagnoli getting a little love on the PK here, but he's been playing well. A lot of speed and grit in number 17 as this one is cleared off of the face-off win by the Riverkings.
Speaking of which, and he just...
Right there to force the whistle.
The hustle forces Jacobson to seal that one up and create an offensive zone face-off shorthanded for the Riverkings.
Yeah, if you're the Riverkings, you got to like that. You'll get that face-off. You'll take that. 8 seconds into the power play. Here's Henner off of the draw. Bagnoli again with the puck. Dishes to the corner. Taken by the Blue Ox, and they'll try to set up back behind. Mark Abrego. Into the skates of Lubers. Ends up working out okay, though. Lubers kicks it free, and he'll come across the line. Riley Lubers spins back, dishes off. Mike Abrego. Pass handcuffed him a bit. Still able to play down low for Lubers, though. Chase Mann will have to step away from the front of the net as he gets roughed up there by Kupalo. Dylan Hender comes in to try to hold the puck in. Good job by Kupalo.
Tying up 3 Blue Hawks players.
All by himself. Eventually, the Blue Hawks do come up with it, though. The shot from Abrego. Save made off of the deflection. Man got a stick on it. Now Mark Abrego for Mike. Mike, shot, save made by Tom as he stepped right into that one. A penalty coming up here.
Yeah, Abrego's going to go for a high stick. He hit big Nolan.
And he's going to take another. Mark Abrego did not like the call. And another one from the bench as well. Oh, this could be the moment that the Blue Hawks see that hill get extremely steep.
So the other part of this is the Riverkings we're on the penalty kill, so it wipes out the penalty.
It doesn't just wipe it out. They're going to go on the power play.
We're going to have a complete reversal of roles here, and let's see if the Riverkings had a couple of scoring chances, or at least some offensive zone chances, shorthanded. And if they go on the power play here, this could be a huge turning point.
So initially it was a high stick from Mark Abrego. He then took an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
And then he got the bench.
Yeah, then the bench. Something happened coming off of there. Some verbiage that the referee did not appreciate. So that one looks like it's going to be served by Harrison Foss. And a chance for the Riverkings.
4-on-3 for 59 seconds.
Yeah, they can really do some damage here.
And then 5-on-3 for basically a minute.
9:05 left here in the third. Spinning back, Wallace.
Boy.
Now this is important for the Blue Hawks to kill this off. They've already allowed 2 power play goals in this contest to the Riverkings. As I said, this could be the moment of the Riverkings to put that nail in the coffin, if you will.
Yeah, the Blue Hawks there had the chance to clear that, and were kind of hanging on to that puck, but they got it. They did get it out eventually.
There's Strakarico, his pass intercepted by Chase Mann, who looks like he's ready to challenge the defense. Mann carries over the line. Will chip it past Kupalo, gives him a couple of shoves, but Bowman comes back to help out. Man off, Babb on. Bowman carries over the line on the left-hand side. Lost the handle for a moment, then run into the boards by Shaner. 6 seconds left of the 4-on-3. Here's Strakarico stepping out, gives back to Kupalo. Now 5-on-3. Falkide will step right into the play. Give it across for Falkide. Shot, score! Hat-trick goal!
Huge.
And a 5-2 lead for the Riverkings.
I was thinking, it almost felt like the Riverkings were just trying to hang on, and that's a hat trick. That just like they were trying to hang on to get through that minute where it was 4-on-3 and get that extra attacker out there, and they kind of hung around, and first time Falkide comes out and touches the puck, he buries it.
They weren't just waiting to get a player out there. They were waiting to get Falkide out there, the power play assassin with his 3rd of the contest. And the Riverkings now lead by 3 with less than 8 minutes remaining, and will still be on the power play as well because of the bench minor.
So yeah, they're pulling him back. Putting Smith in the box. Is that somebody different? I guess it really doesn't matter. It was a bench minor. They can put whoever they want to in there for that.
Yeah, it was Foss in there, and don't forget, I believe someone still had to serve a Bregos penalty. It doesn't look like anybody is, aside from Abrego.
Well, he got the unsportsmanlike too, so he might be sitting in there for 10 minutes. So
could be the rest of this contest. The Riverkings getting those 3 power play goals from Falkide, and a huge one right there. Potter was looking to set up in front as the Riverkings would really like to make this hill a steep one for the Blue Hawks.
Yeah, you get one. Ooh.
Pass back ahead for Babb. Falkide got spilled. It's onto the stick of Tum. He'll rush it over for Kupalo. who's watched by Babb, and here comes Kupalo now skating out. Cross the line, Kupalo gets it right back, dips around Barasa, trying to skate all the way through. Eventually picked up by Sebastian Potter. Potter to Fulkite, look out. Fulkite's got a little space, shot, save made. A penalty coming up here, and it's coming to the Riverkings. Here comes Lamont in over the line. Lamont dips around, touched up there by Kupalo.
A cross check.
So 7 minutes remaining. The
looks like Bowman, I think.
Yeah, the Blue Hawks just got back to full strength, so they will go right to the power play.
Oh, 21, Hill.
Well, safe to say this is a must-score situation for the Blue Hawks.
Yeah, 7 minutes even on the clock. Getting that third goal for the Riverkings, that was huge. You know, you were talking about it. The power play or the penalty kill for the Blue Hawks has kind of been an Achilles heel, and it sure has been tonight. Yeah. Four goals.
Riverkings have definitely been the better team on special teams, just like they were during the season series. That is something the Blue Hawks will definitely have to think about for tomorrow. But right now, they're focused on trying to get a power play goal to get back into this contest. Grafelman for Hender in their own zone, and now Grafelman again.
Bagnoli with the good forecheck.
It's going to come right back to Grafelman. He'll step around Bagnoli, and now Mike Abrego went over the line. Mike around one, around two, lost the handle to the line. Hender able to hold. He'll give to Grafelman, high point, shot, save made by Tum. Here's Lubers in the corner. Minute 22 left on the power play. Blue Hawks trying to set up. Back to Hender at the point. Wrist shot. That one off of a shin pad.
Bagnoli felt that one.
Paying the price. This one will bounce to the line. Grafelman is able to hold. Grafelman had it knocked away and cleared back out to center by LaJoy. Here's Grafelman. Gets taken down across the line, but now onto the stick of Mike Abrego. Shot! Sails over the top of the net. Abrego just got a little too much under that one. Lamont down the wall. Cleared out by the Riverkings.
Good clear.
The Blue Hawks, if that would have hit one of their players, they might have been pegged for too many men.
Not sure if that was on purpose or not. It didn't look like it at first, but then he did a good sell job.
Smith for Babb, rung around over to the far side for Barasa. 30 seconds left of the power play for the Blue Hawks. Dish down low once again to the bottom of the circle. Babb steps free, gave it across over to Lamont. Now to Myers, shot, save made as Tum dashes over to the near side post. Here's Myers, another shot, another save, and then the rebound pokes back to the corner. Couple of long shots, Tum read them well both times and put the rebound into good spots. Now deflected back to the line, maybe not as it's intercepted by Joy with 2 seconds up to the power play. Joy looked to step around the defender, he got erased by Myers.
Penalty's over, so the Riverkings killed it off, and it'll regroup.
That is now 0 for 3 on the power play for the Blue Hawks.
Ooh, there is going to be a close.
0 for 4. Yeah, Myers got hit there by, I think it's Soul, and Smith is trying to take his helmet off. Pardon me, that was LaJoy.
I'm going to be curious to see if this is 5 minutes or not. And they're going to take Smith, too.
Yeah, Smith obviously displeased.
Yeah, he threw
after
a punch.
The hit.
He threw a punch on LaJoy.
So he'll join Abrego in the penalty box.
4 minutes and 38 seconds left in the game. I'll be curious to see if this is 2 or 5.
Officials having a quick conference right below us here. Our spot up on the mezzanine. Can we call it a mezzanine here in Wisconsin Rapids?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's call it a mezzanine.
It's not a balcony. It's a mezzanine.
Certainly one of my favorite spots to call a game in the USPHL. You're right above the benches. You're on the opposite side of the fans. Sometimes you're entrenched in the fans, which gets a little bit distracting, as LaJoy will be sent off.
So LaJoy's and Soul's serving the penalty.
So I was kind of right. So eventually it's the one that goes into the box.
So you got the game misconduct, and I think they said 5 minute. Yep, 5-minute major. So, well, you give the Blue Ox the opportunity to score.
That penalty does go all the way through.
All the way through, and a goal does not end it. So,
but for 2 of those minutes, it's going to be 4-on-4 because Smith took the penalty.
Yeah, Smith didn't have the discipline after. If he could have stayed out of the penalty box, it would have been a power play for the rest of the game for the Blue Ox. But that helps the Riverkings. It's a 3-goal lead. That's a lot of hill to climb.
There's a shot taken to the saving by Hanson. Wraparound score!
That'll
Bryceland, 6-2 Riverkings.
Bryceland with his first goal as a Riverking.
You know, in basketball, they tell you to follow your shot. How about doing it in hockey, too? Follow the shot, get the rebound, wrap around, score. 4-goal lead with 4:31 left in the third.
And that essentially, well, I'm not going to say it yet, but that's huge. And that penalty to Smith.
Yeah, how big does that end up being now? Where it would have been a power play for the Blue Ox, 4-on-4 instead, and Bryceland puts one home.
Yeah, Bryceland, almost like he hadn't been out on the ice much, I don't think, in the third period, and he comes out with a fresh set of legs. And
1 game played in the regular season, no goals, no assists for Jake Bryceland. First junior goal right there. Here's Kupalo tied up back behind. Back to the Walford Chase man. I'm going to give you a stat line here at our next stoppage, Mark, that is going to tell the tale of this contest. Spinning back, John Leopard in possession. Still 4-on-4 here for a minute, 2. Riverkings don't mind killing a little bit of time. The Blue Ox, panic button, they're slamming it right now. Here's Mann.
Yeah, 4-goal lead. They're not even looking at pulling the goalie or even trying anything like that.
They may
when they get up on the power play and get 2 extra attackers out there.
Or if they get 1 and cut it to 3, as we'll get a whistle here and a stoppage. Here's the difference in the game. The Riverkings 4 for 4 on the power play. The Minnesota Blue Ox 0 for 4 on a power play in a 6-2 contest.
The Blue Ox players gave a shot after well after the whistle, but
a couple of them going to skate away, both Shaner and Chase man. And again, less than 24 hours. We'll be right back at it here at the Southwood County Rec Center. 7 o'clock start time. Game number 2. And it's looking like that'll be a chance for the Riverkings to close things out. Nice pass for Potter as Dominy was weaving through the defense. The collision there as Grafelman tries to pull the puck free. He's going to get smashed into the boards by Dominy. Big hit. Dominy taken down. Not going to see a penalty as Potter swings across for Leppert. Had a wide open look but couldn't settle the puck down. Now more scrapping in front. Dominy is not making any friends.
No, Dominy is drawing some attention.
So the Blue Ox now back to full strength as Myers tried to get the shot off, but Kupalo wouldn't allow. Sent all the way down by the Riverkings. 2:25 left in the third. They lead 6-2. Here's Babb carrying over to his his right-hand side. Zach Lamont has both of the goals for the Blue Ox. Feeds back to the line in Shaner for Lamont. Surveys, trying to pass it into the box. There's a shot for Shaner. Stick goes flying, it's Hills. 5 on 3.5. Lamont shot, didn't get that one on target. That one out of the reach of Babb. Spun him around all the way back down into Blue Ox territory. Minute 44 now left in this one, and I think the only question is, how does this one end?
Yeah, final score is the only issue right now. Blue Ox, I was thinking the River Kings have had some pretty good shorthanded chances, so I was kind of curious. I was watching the goalie. He never even thought about coming out of the game, so.
And now the question will be as well on the Blue Ox side, where do they go tomorrow as far as the goaltender? Marchese got the start. Johansson came in, played pretty well, but obviously got tagged for 2 goals here in the third period. And then do the River Kings give Bori Yildirim a chance, or do you stick with Ian Tum, who stopped 36 out of 38 and looked pretty darn good in net today?
Yes, he did look very, very good tonight.
Barraza swings over for Shaner, long wrist shot off target. Stepping out to center, Barraza looking to swing away from Cooper. Well, we had talked about a couple of things, Mark, and one of the things we said is that the River Kings were going to need to learn last Friday how to overcome some adversity after dropping the game. They were up 3-0, lost 4-3, kind of a similar look coming into the third today, but they were able to clamp down when they had to, scored some important goals, and they are on their way to walking out with a Game 1 victory.
Yep, they took care of business. And definitely gives them a better feeling. And like I said, now the one taking Game 1. Business is not done yet, but winning Game 1 is a huge, huge thing. It pushes a little bit of that pressure meter off onto the Ox now, because they are in the win or go home stage. So.
6-2 the final here from the Southwood County Rec Center, as the Wisconsin Rapids River Kings are 1 win away from the second round of the USPHL Premier Midwest West playoffs. We'll take a look at the final scoreline here as Folkide, his third of the game from Hill and Cupelo on the power play, 11:58, and then Jake Bryceland, 15:29, first goal of the season, first junior goal for Bryceland, as the River Kings fans getting a salute here. I'm going to say this much as well. We talked about factors and stat lines and things that had happened in the past and how the River Kings had some demons to exercise here today. They had lost the last 4 times they played the Minnesota Blue Ox in the playoffs here, all by less than a goal. Turn the table here today with a 6-2 victory. You might not think all the way back to 2019, 2020, but for some of the fans that have been around that has seen this, this is a big win for the River Kings right here, just to get that monkey off their back, get that ox off their back.
Yep, and the fans are going to remember it. The team wasn't really a part of it. Tom got one of the stars of the game here. Oh, and the Squatcher all of a sudden up 6-3. They've scored like 2 goals in the last minute since this game has ended. It was 4-3, and now it's 6-3, so they kind of did the same thing the River Kings did here in the third period.
Put the foot on the accelerator. Second star, Tobias Folkide, 3 power play goals. Number 1 star going to be Jake Bryceland, scoring his first goal. Played really well out on the ice as well. They used him in a bunch of different situations. Saw a little power play time, some penalty kill time. Big game for number 27. There you go. That's what happens when you score that first junior goal. You get a little bit of a shower on the ice.
And they kind of suckered him into that because they say, hey, your hat's on backwards, so he takes the hat off and they give him a bath.
So we will be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock here on Hockey TV. Of course, you'll catch it on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media as well, as the River Kings will look to punch their ticket into the second round of the USPHL playoffs. Taking a 6-2 victory tonight. Mark, your final assessment of today's contest.
Well, final assessment has to be taking the power play. Taking care of business, getting that man advantage, and taking the play to the Ox. You get those power play goals. You got to take care of business, and they absolutely did that. And even when they were like you said, on the penalty kill, that almost felt like even strength, because the River Kings had a couple of really good chances shorthanded, and when you're playing like that, like you said, get that monkey off their back. Do not let off the accelerator, and now they've got to carry this over into tomorrow night, because you don't want to back off. You do not want to you don't want to breathe any life into this. We'll see. It got a little chippy there at the end with a couple of extracurriculars going on, and 5-minute major, and not as brutal as we've seen in some other games here, but enough to just keep an eye on and make sure that you don't get suckered into something and draw extra penalties, because if you end up shorthanded, that momentum, you got to stay out of the penalty box if you're the Riverkings, and especially if it's a tight game. You get up 4 goals, you can get away with being in the penalty box. Not if you're behind 1 or equal or down 1. So,
Game 2 coming up here tomorrow from the Southwood County Rec Center, 7 o'clock start time. The Riverkings take Game 1. We'll be looking for the sweep of the Minnesota Blue Hawks. For Mark Lochner, my name is Matt Panier. Hopefully you enjoy the remainder of your Friday night and your Saturday. We'll be back with you tomorrow. Until then, please stay out of trouble.